Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Tiffany, and for those of you who do know me, what's up? So today's video, I am coming at you with some really glowy fall, vibes. I did this look on myself the other day and I posted it, and a lot of you guys liked it and asked me to film a video. So here I am. I redid this look for you guys. It was a lot of warm tones, golden, glowy kind of colors. Hot girl summer's over, but baby girl, I thought I was here.
They're all from my space. Go girl, go girl.
So we're here to serve you glamified fall looks, and yeah, so I also in this video tried a couple of new products. I went to Sephora the other day and I splurged a little bit. These aren't necessarily new, like just released, but they're new to me. There was a couple of things that I had been wanting to try for a while, so I went and I just picked them up and I incorporated all of them into this look, and I absolutely love all of these products. I would definitely recommend that you go and pick them up and try them out yourselves if you haven't already, because they are amazing. Absolutely love them. And yeah, so I'm really excited about this look. I'm excited that you guys liked it, or I hope that you guys will like it. And yeah, so let's just go ahead and we'll get started with this makeup look. This is the second time that I'm actually filming this video today, because I was trying it out earlier and I did not like how it was coming out. So I wiped everything off and I was like, we're starting over, we're doing this again, because it's too cute of a look to mess up on. Okay, so here we are, round two. Came out way better, but yeah. Okay, so I've already started off by doing my eyebrows, like always, just saving some time. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start prepping my skin before we get into our eyes, just so that all the product has time to really soak in. So the first thing I'm gonna be taking is, this is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Gel Cream, and this actually has hyaluronic acid. So this one is actually meant for people with dry skin. I have said before that I do have very oily skin. Before this, I was using the Pond's face moisturizers, but I honestly just feel like that one, I just wasn't loving the way it was leaving my skin feeling anymore. It just wasn't doing anything for me. So I decided to give this one a try, and I have been absolutely loving it. I love the consistency of it, and I love how plump and just hydrated my skin feels after using it. This is what it looks like. It's just a very, so when I try to describe the texture, it's interesting because I feel like it's very thin yet thick at the same time, if that makes any sense. So it has a thick enough texture to where it leaves that hydrating feeling, but it's also very thin, so then your skin doesn't feel like it's just like pounded on with, lots of like cream on it. And you don't even need that much, because it's, like I said, it's somewhat thick, so it has enough product to the point where if you just grab, like a little bit, it really just covers a lot of the surface of your face. So I have been absolutely loving that moisturizer. Definitely, it is a little bit more on the pricier side. I believe it was like 20 bucks, I think, compared to, like Pond's, which is like 5, 6, 7 bucks. But I think for the results and the payoff of the way that it's leaving my skin, it's definitely worth those, 20 bucks. So as I mentioned earlier, I picked up a couple of new products that I've been really wanting to try. So the first thing I picked up is, this is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I have heard lots of good things about this primer. Everyone's always saying how if you have oily skin and you really need something, or if it's even humid outside, anything like that, you really want a product that's going to be able to hold your foundation and really stick it to your face. So I wanted to try this one out. I haven't tried it yet, but I've heard amazing things. So let's try it out. Just gonna get a pump or two on my hand, and I'm gonna start applying that. So right off the bat, I can tell you it's very tacky, which is good, because that's gonna let me know that my foundation really is going to, you know, hold on, and it's not going to be slipping and sliding everywhere, which is a huge issue for me. So yeah, it's very sticky. And it smells good too. It doesn't really have like a scent to it. It just smells, there's like a very light hint of a scent to it. And it's not super overpowering, so I really like that. Definitely see this becoming like my go-to primer. All right, so like I said, I have my eyebrows done, but now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna prep my eyelids so that we can get on with the eyeshadow look. So I'm taking the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer. This is in the shade 125 Light Natural. And I'm just gonna put some, I'm just putting that. So now I'm gonna be taking, this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill. This is the JH43 brush. And it's just a little flat brush. And I'm just gonna be using that to spread out my concealer. And what I like to do is I use this brush just to spread it out and cover my base really, and then after I'll go in with a beauty blender and just smoothen the rest of it out. So now I'm gonna get the beauty blender and just pat it out. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and get started with the actual look. So I picked up, this is the Natasha Denona Mini Nude Palette. I was in line at Sephora and I saw this palette when I was waiting in line, and I was just so drawn to it. I was like, this is such a cute little, you know, basics, like necessity. What I really liked about it was I like the color range. I like that you have your 2 mattes and then you have 3 shimmers, and they're all very neutral colors, and I feel like you can use these for whatever, whenever. I think what I liked about it the most was that you can use these colors to create like a really pretty daytime look. And say you're going out at night or something, but you don't have time to, you know, redo your whole makeup, you can go in with the same palette and really deepen it up and make it more of a nighttime look, which I really appreciate. And it's so small too that for like traveling, whatever, you know, you can just stick it in your bag, and you need to touch up, you're good to go. But yeah, so we're gonna be using this palette today. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this small little crease brush, and I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here. This is just like a really light matte brown color. And I'm going to start by, I'm going to be focusing it on the outer corners of my eyes. So I'm just gonna start mostly with placement. So I'm just dotting it in on the inner corner and on the outer corner. So this is, like I said, this is a spotlight look, so you want to try to keep the middle of your eye as clean as possible. I can guarantee you that I know I'm going to end up getting product in there at some point, because that's just how I am. I'm not the most precise when it comes to this, but I'm going to do my best. So I am just focusing it on the outsides. Like I said, mostly just placement right now, not quite blending just yet. So you can see I have it on the outside of the eyes. I'm just gonna deepen this one up a little bit. So now I'm going to take a little bit more of a fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna be using this brush to just buff it out and not make it so harsh. And like I said, this is kind of where I start to get a little bit messier, so it might, you know, fall into the middle of my eye, but don't worry about it too much, because we are going to be cleaning it up with some concealer later anyway. Alright, so now that we have somewhat of a base going on, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to start deepening up the eyes a little bit. The first time that I did this look, because like I said, I did do this look a couple days ago, and I did it a little bit more on the lighter side. It wasn't too dark. But you know, we're going for a fall look here, so I figured let's just try to deepen it up a little bit. So I am going to be taking my good old Jaclyn Hill palette with Morphe. It's really dirty, excuse it. But I am just going to be going in with this brown shade right here. This one right here, and we're just gonna do that same thing that we did with this brown, just deepening it up a little bit. So, and this time I am gonna take a little bit more of a smaller brush, so I'm taking more of a smaller crease brush, and I'm gonna use that to keep it a little bit more precise and focus it more on the crease so that you can really see the difference between the transition and like the base and this darker color. Actually changed my mind. I think I'm going to actually use this brown shade right here instead of this one. So it's just a little bit darker. So same steps, but just darker color. So now I am wanting to add a color to kind of buff out the edges a little bit more, just to make it a little bit more smoky. So I am taking the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette, and I'm going to be going in with the color Strapless, which is this one right here. And I'm taking the Morphe Jaclyn Hill 32 brush, and I'm just going to take some of that color, and I'm going to focus it more on the outside of the eyeshadow, so like on top of where we've been layering, just to buff it out and smoke it out some. Alright, so now I'm going to go back into my Natasha Denona palette, and I'm going to be taking this dark brown right here. This is like a very, it's actually not that dark, it's very like chocolatey, it's a very rich brown. So I'm just going to use this color again to deepen up the outer corners. I'm not going to put anything on the inner corners this time, I'm just going to focus it on the outside. So now that I have my bases pretty much ready, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start cutting the crease for the spotlight. Not really a cut crease, but we're gonna start creating the spotlight. So I'm just gonna take a flat brush, and the concealer I'm going to be using is the Milani Conceal and Perfect concealer. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my hand right there. And so the way that we are going to approach this is that space where we were kind of leaving, you know, leaving product free. I'm going to take the concealer, and I'm going to start on my lid. So I'm going to start from the bottom and just start kind of working my way up, just creating a little bit of a map of where I want my shimmer to go. So I'm just going to keep building that up. And, you know, you can really, based on how you want it, if you want more of like a thicker spotlight, thinner, you can really, that's up to your preference. I don't want to go super thick, so I'm just gonna do kind of like that. And you do want to drag it all the way up till like almost underneath your eyebrow. You don't want to stop it at just the crease. Alright, so now you can see I've got my two spotlights right there. This is where I'm going to be adding my shimmers onto. So now that we have that done, we're going to move on to the next step. So this is my favorite part. This is really like the star of the show. So the next things that I had actually picked up are these Artist Couture. These are the Diamond Light Finishers. So I picked up two of the colors. So this is Diamond Bronze, and I picked up Golden Hour. These are my favorite thing right now. So they're basically, I mean, like, they're like it says, they're like finishers, they're toppers. So they give you the most beautiful, like wet, just like sleek look. Yeah, but these are better than any like shimmer eyeshadow I've ever tried. These are just on another level. Like Mac Daddy really did what he was doing when he came out with these. So I tried it out the other day when I did this look. I did use the color Golden Hour, which then we're going to be using today because we already created the look. But I'm excited to use this one. This is a very beautiful, just like bronzy golden color. But yeah, let's get right into it. This is what they look like. Very beautiful. So I like to use my finger. I don't really like the way, I just feel like the payoff is a lot better when you use it on your finger instead of a brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and on top of that concealer that we just applied, we're gonna start putting on the finisher. You can see it gives you such a beautiful, just like wet, shimmery look. And also what I like about this one is that I feel like a lot of like other like shimmers and glitter eyeshadows that I've used, the more you layer, they start to get really thick and clumpy, and so then you know they're not really buildable to the point where it's gonna give you like a really beautiful shine, because like I said, they're not buildable, they start getting clumpy, and then it just starts kind of falling off. But this one is so buildable and so smooth that you really are not gonna have that issue. So, and I love how easy it is too. Like, that was super quick, super easy, just amazing. So I'm going to leave the eyes alone for right now. We're not done yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my face. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be taking this Sleek Makeup Highlighting Elixir. This is a highlighter, but I kind of want to try it before I put on my foundation, and I want to see if it'll leave me with some kind of glow or something. So, oh, before that, actually, I'm just gonna clean up my eyeshadow. So I have a little makeup wipe here, so I'm just gonna cut that like that. Okay, so I'm just taking that elixir, I'm gonna put a few dots just like that, and I'm just gonna blend it out with my finger. I'm just gonna pat it out. And I'm gonna take some of it too, actually, and put it on my nose, basically on my highlighting spots. Okay, so you can see that my skin is glowing from that elixir, so I'm gonna hope that that kind of peeks through the foundation. But so moving on to foundation, I'm gonna be using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is my absolute favorite foundation, so I'm just gonna pump some of that onto my wrist, and I'm gonna go ahead and start applying it. I'll be taking my Morphe M446 foundation brush and start applying the product everywhere. And then after that, I'm just gonna go in with my regular schmegular beauty blender and just buff it out. Alright, so foundation is on. I'm gonna move on to concealer. Once again, using the same concealer that we have been using. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some under my eyes and get to blending again. So now we're gonna move on, and I'm going to do a little bit of contouring. So my go-to contour, again, this is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Toffee. So I'm gonna get some of this and apply that to everywhere you would contour. So now we've contoured, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to set my face. So I'm gonna be taking my translucent powder from, this is the Laura Mercier, and I'm just gonna take some of this and, you know, do what I do. You guys know how to set your face. This is nothing difficult. Alright, so while we let our face bake a little bit, I'm debating on if I want to use eyeliner. What I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna be going back into my Natasha Denona palette, and with that same like chocolatey brown color that we were using earlier to deepen up the look, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna add a little bit more, just to add a little bit more depth and to soften out the lines from where we had put the diamond finishers. Well, I am gonna add eyeliner because I did add eyeliner. When I did it the other day, I just did a thin line above my eyelashes. against my lash line, but I'm debating on if I want to do a wing. So we'll figure it out in a second. So I brushed off my bake. I went ahead and I put some mascara and lashes on. I did end up doing a wing because I just thought, you know, why not just be a little extra. I figured it would make it a lot more deeper, and I did add some eyeliner. I didn't film it just because my camera is like running low on memory space. It's the same products that I've used in like all my videos. So now moving on to highlighter, I'm going to be using, this is the Dose of Color Fuego by Desi and Katie. So I'm just going to be taking this one, and I'm going to spray myself with some setting spray first. So Matte Fix Plus. Also running low on that, gotta get a new one. But yeah, so now we're gonna start highlighting. Add a little bit of a top on that one. So I'm going to be adding the Becky Jean and ColourPop highlighter in Cheese Mint. So this is just another really pretty like gold loose powder. So I'm going to add some of that. It really just brings your highlight to another level. Just kind of like up my eyebrows here, just for a little extra glow. So now lastly for lips, I'm going to be taking, I want to do a nude, so I'm going to be taking the NYX lip liner. Let's see, let's use Nude Truffle. So I'm going to be taking the color Nude Truffle. I'm just going to line my lips. Alright, so I lined my lips, and now I'm going to go in with the Dose of Color. This is the Desi and Katie lipstick in the shade More Creamer, Please. So I'm just going to start applying that. And then I'm going to take, this is the Kylie Cosmetics, this is the Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade Birthday Suit. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it on top of the lipstick. And then lastly, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Lip Plumping Gloss. This is the shade Champagne Glam, and I'm just going to add that on top of everything just to give it the final touch of glowiness and glossiness. Alright, so this is it. This is the final look. So it's just this very beautiful, like warm and just glowy fall kind of look that I wanted to do. Yeah, like I said, you know, I had posted this like, and a lot of you guys asked me to film it and show how I achieved this look, and I'm really happy with how it came out, even though I was struggling in the beginning. Yeah, and so this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and you guys should definitely pick up some of these products that I tried today. Like I said, they're not necessarily new, but they were new to me, and I absolutely love all of these products. I'm obsessed. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.